Aloha Kako, my name is PJ and I will be representing our group's findings on data optimization at HPU using the JISC Data Audit Framework methodology. To kick things off, I'd like to open with an excerpt of HPU's IT vision statement, which reads, "The Office of Information Technology Services will be recognized as a high-performing team that provides technological excellence and advances teaching, learning, research, and student success in alignment with HPU's mission and goals." Therefore, we created this project with an objective aligned with just that. We intend to support this vision by having a purpose that seeks to discover HPU's data capabilities by assessing all of their data assets. By doing this, we will be able to achieve the long-term goal of improving HPU's data management. However, the scope of this data audit limits us to only use data assets and policies that are shared to us publicly or shared to us by the HPU staff that was interviewed in the process. The solution that our team used for this project was the Data Audit Framework methodology, or DAF for short. The DAF framework was developed by the JISC with the goal to identify data assets held within higher and further educational institutions and explore how they are managed. The DAF is divided into 4 sequential phases. The first phase is planning the audit. The objective of this phase is to prepare the audit as much as possible in advance, such as conducting initial research about HPU's policies or setting up interviews. The second phase is to identify and classify the data assets. Here we use the scheduled interviews to establish what type of data assets exist and classify them according to their value in the organization. The third phase is to assess the management of the data assets. This stage is used to gain further information on each data asset, such as their format, rights and restrictions, or even backup policies. The last phase is reporting and making recommendations. By using knowledge gained from the previous phases, our team will put together suggestions we feel will improve HPU's data management. HPU's current data management is comprised of 3 major policies. The first policy, the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR for short, shows that HPU is responsible for 6 data protection principles, all dealing with personal data, including how it should be processed, used for legitimate purposes, kept accurate, and with the proper security in place. Next is HPU's classification policy, which outlines how data assets are to be protected based on classifications used in the higher education industry. HPU uses public, private, and restricted as classifications, each with escalating levels of access. And lastly, HPU must comply with FTC standards held under the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act. These FTC standards are safeguards providing the protected coverage, data, and information. It also mandates HPU to appoint an information security program officer, conduct periodic risk assessments, and institute a training program for employees. The next phase of the audit involved constructing a data profile based on HPU data assets. There were 22 unique data assets reviewed and assigned to 5 different asset managers. We classified the assets using 3-tier structure based on their criticality. The 3 classification levels are vital, important, and minor. Vital refers to assets that are critical for HPU's day-to-day operation, including the HPU website, DegreeWorks, and Gmail. Important assets provide value to the organization, but are used less frequently or support secondary functions. There were no minor assets identified in current HPU IT portfolio. And we sampled 3 data assets for a more in-depth assessment. They are Blackboard LMS, Banner SIS, and Target X. Target X is an admissions database that stores data about HPU applications. Application data and admissions decisions data is transferred to SIS during the admissions process. Ellucian Banner SIS is one of the 4 banner assets used by HPU. SIS is a database of student information, including registration, financial aid, and graduation requirements. Blackboard LMS provides 24/7 access to student assignments, exams, discussion boards, and grades. In addition to reviewing data assets, we examined the current 2020 to 2023 HPU IT strategic plan. The 3-year plan proposes changes to several assets as part of the overall HPU IT cloud strategy. Following the in-depth review, we developed recommendations based on our findings. With these findings in mind, we would like to propose the following recommendations. 1. Adopting a hybrid cloud strategy. This entails placing all HPU systems and data in the cloud, but maintaining one local data farm to host critical applications should connectivity to the mainland fail. To audit the permissions and privileges for all of the data assets is the second one, and this ensures the appropriate people have the correct assets. Third, streamlining by eliminating excess data, defining authoritative sources, and deleting unused data. And last, sorting data by access requirements. High access requires fast storage. Low access rates can use slow storage. All of these combine to save HPU money, time, and effort. Lastly, leveraging the now collocated data, HPU could make its academic resources available for search by the public. This would allow HPU to securely and simply share data with other people or institutions, which could evolve into a source of income if there is enough demand. And with that, I'd like to thank you for your time. Please reach out with any reason regarding our presentation. The team would love to answer your questions, and we hope you enjoy the rest of what this year's symposium has to offer. Thank you again. My name is PJ, and hope to talk to you soon.